In the world of whoppers, some take a bite out of the competition. Many species can kill, but only a few have mouths full of deadly weapons. They decimate prey with cleavers, pincers, and daggers. What are these big-toothed predators? And how are they fighting to survive? When anglers and adventurers take them on, it's the ultimate battles of man versus fanged fish. January 14, 2009, Brazil. Ichthyologist and fish tooth and jaw specialist Dr. Justin Grubich is on an expedition, flying into the heart of the Amazon basin. For big fish teeth, this is ground zero, home to the petrifying piranha cousin, the pacu, a shocking species with human-like teeth, and the notorious payara, called the vampire fish. As an experienced fisheries biologist, Justin wants to gather tooth and bite impressions from live specimens in their native habitat, providing evidence about how these fanged hunters survive and adapt to a changing food chain.
The biggest threats to the Amazon nowadays are population increases, deforestation, habitat depletion, as well as hydroelectric that actually can change the way the river flows.
Targeting the first leg of his jungle hunt, Justin sets his sights on the mysterious pacu, close relative to the piranha, with a terrifying feature. Their teeth look human. To catch pacu and other big-toothed fish, Justin's guide is expert angler and local celebrity Johnny Hoffman. After a lifetime fishing Amazonian waters, Johnny knows exactly where to hunt. But overfished pacu are growing scarce.
Here in the Amazon regions, the biggest threat to the pacu is commercial fishing. The fish is very expensive because the meat is so tender. Compared to other fish, it is much more valuable.
Justin casts his line.
As soon as it hit the bottom, it was like...
Justin struggles to hang on.
Jesus, like a runaway freight train. Popping its head, tugging at me. And then it goes off on these screaming runs like just then. But goodness, yeah, it's a strong fish. It's tiring me out, that's for sure.
The bucking fish is fighting hard. Gathering his energy, Justin gives a final forceful pull.
Big pacu caralho. Hey!
Good fishing.
Up close and personal with one of the strangest biting fish on Earth. Sticking his hands directly into the mouths of these river biters is only the beginning. The expedition's ultimate challenge has just begun. In the quest to study fierce fish bite mechanics, Justin and Johnny must soon plunge deeper into the Amazon jungle. But as their hunt intensifies, can they find an even more ferocious fanged fighter, known as the vampire fish? Thousands of kilometers away, anglers take on another fearsome big-toothed fish. African legend tells of a man-sized monster killing everything in its path, the Goliath tigerfish. Few fishermen dare to try to catch them. Even fewer succeed. Goliath tigerfish are native to the Congo. In this behemoth battleground, you either get big or get eaten. Ravenous, flesh-eating carnivores, Goliaths can grow to over 40 kilos. Yet little is known about these elusive fish. Some biologists speculate they get even bigger, 2 meters long, weighing 70 kilos. All thanks to teeth built to kill.
The jaws and teeth of the Goliath tigerfish indicate that it's obviously a piscivore, a big piscivorous fish. Those razor-sharp teeth in that jaw obviously can take big chunks out of big elusive prey.
Part of the order known as Characiformes, the Goliath shares this family tree with the notorious piranha.
That was an ancient group of fishes that still exist today and have evolved over millions of years.
And like piranha on a massive scale, the Goliath tiger's menacing maw is built like a bear trap. In the competitive food chain of the Congo River, it's a design that's helped them snag and hold on to big prey. Even the bravest anglers find Goliaths fearsome opponents. But for one determined fisherman, the hunt for this legendary predator is an obsession.
It's the legend, it's the myth of the Congo River.
September 5th, 2008, Central Africa. For Czech Republic fisherman Jakub Wagner, a mission into the Republic of Congo carries thrills and danger. He's determined to snag a massive Goliath tigerfish.
I made a list of 23 species of the biggest freshwater giants, and I'm trying to catch them all around the globe.
With bait and tackle on board, Jakub and his guides push off into the current. They choose a spot in fast-moving water, known Goliath stomping and chomping ground. Defeating a Goliath takes a special strategy. Where other fish's soft facial flesh allows hooks to penetrate at the point of contact, with Goliaths, hooks repel off their bony mouths like armor plating. And if an angler does manage to hook one, razor-sharp jaws can rip through even the toughest fishing line.
Goliath tigerfish can cut through your leader.
Jakub knows his only chance is to lure the Goliath to bite firmly into triple-hooked bait, taking it deep into its mouth. And if Jakub hooks one, his best bet is to bring a Goliath in fast. But on the river, as hours turn into days, each time he snags his target, the line goes limp. Reeling it in, Jakub finds his bait chopped in half, hooks untouched.
It's an extremely powerful killing machine.
As sun breaks through the gloom, he casts one more time. In a sudden jolt, the reel spins out of control. Bracing himself against the pull, the fight's even stronger than Jakub expected.
Go! Go, 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 go!
Scanning the murky waters, he can only imagine his opponent. Then, in a split second, he gets a glimpse.
Whoa!
It's huge. Pulling against the racing Goliath hard as he can, Jakub fights panic. With hand-tearing tugs on the line, he steers the fish from the thick weeds. Free. Now, with the Goliath in open water, the fisherman uses the last of his strength to reel it in, while the Goliath tries to use its massive jaws to sever the line. After a back-breaking half-hour struggle, Jakub gets the fish alongside the boat. But with a big-toothed whopper like a Goliath, the real challenge is getting it on board.
I didn't want to lose the fish. It was my first Goliath tigerfish.
As the powerful fish bucks and darts, Jakub carefully grabs hold of his tail, hoisting the writhing whopper out of the water. At last, he's landed his Goliath. Up close, it's a monster, estimating the Goliath at over 25 kilos. Its terrifying spiked teeth look like a shark's. Jakub marvels at this legendary river beast. But like a growing number of passionate fishermen, he's determined to help sustain the species for future generations. Releasing the Titan safely back into the Congo, it's the catch of Jakub's career.
When I had my first Goliath tigerfish in my hands, I was the happiest man in the whole world.
Yet in the fight for the long-term survival of Goliath tigers and other fanged freshwater monsters, one major danger persists: a food chain threatened by overfishing. Ongoing environmental efforts are trying to help scientists and governments find alternate food sources for local communities, giving these big-toothed fish a fighting chance. In the world of big-toothed monsters, one hunter is unrivaled: the great white shark. Alpha predators armed with 50 serrated blades, their jaws inspire more fear and respect than any creature on Earth.
It's really an impressive thing to see a set of jaws that big with that many weapons involved. It shows that it's just an ultimate predator.
But how did this ultimate predator first evolve? Recent research suggests a truly lethal lineage. Before the great white, nearly 20 million years ago, its ancient relative may have been this jaw-dropping, super-sized killer. The Megalodon. 3 times bigger than a great white shark, the Megalodon had teeth to match its size. Seen here next to a great white shark tooth, with a maximum size potential of less than 8 centimeters, a single Megalodon tooth stretched a staggering 18 centimeters from base to tip. Its nearly 3-meter jaws delivered over 18,000 kilos of flesh-ripping force, decimating everything it hunted. As a specialist in fish teeth, Justin and other scientists hope to understand how such fierce fighters survive, evolve, or go extinct. One thing they do know: with these alpha predators, survival takes big meals, and it all starts with the bite. The bite of a great white shark is like an advancing army of destruction. And great whites are literally covered in teeth. Seen here, magnified 100 times, their scales, called dermal denticles, are built exactly like teeth. They're even coated with enamel, the toughest living substance, giving sharks a cutting suit of armor. For anglers, the great white's protected status and deadly reputation scares off even the bravest thrill seekers. But incredibly, a few are determined to tag them.
Oh, the teeth on the shark's got to be the scariest part. As soon as you see it, you just think death. They're not good looking teeth at all. You don't want to be caught inside that.
September 25, 2005, East Coast, Australia. Adventurers Glenn Connell, David Smith, and Chris Macklin are out at their favorite fishing spot planning to catch grouper. But a recent influx of sharks changes their agenda.
Basically, we kept getting bitten off by sharks, so we thought we'd go down shark fishing.
It could be hammerhead or great whites. Yet rather than kill these threatened species, the anglers decide to tag them. Part of Australia's official research angler program, amateurs can obtain government fisheries tags, helping scientists across the country study migration and growth. But the program wasn't designed with man-eating sharks in mind. Warning, don't try this at home. Amateur tagging of great whites is now illegal. And to up the ante, these guys want to tag sharks like no one else, from shore, with a car. Unfortunately, getting bait out far enough is a challenge.
You could not throw a bait that big out past the breakers, and everything we tried was just unsuccessful.
Putting their heads together, the men come up with a deceptively simple plan: surf the bait out.
Grab your surfboard, bro.
I gotta put Woody on.
Dave dons his wetsuit, grabs the bait, and heads out.
Should be fun. First experience.
Every second, his life is in danger. Paddling out into known shark territory is beyond risky. From below, a surfer resembles a shark's favorite food: seals,